You do need to be able to allow liquid to slide. Yes. If you do an infinite pressure design for gas tanks, you need 2 vents. And what Geek is alluding to is some people might want to do a design like this, where you have your gas pump here, and then you have 1 gas vent for infinite pressure setups. And the problem with that is that the liquid, when it gets moved up, it gets deleted. So you need to have 2 vents like that, because of how you allow the liquid to move to 1 tile. That allows you to have infinite gas pressure inside of a infinite gas storage. Yeah, you don't need 2 vents, just but 2 tiles of liquid. Yeah. All right, so by capping up these tiles here that we had the bottle emptier before, we're not allowing gas flow. So it's 2 separate rooms now. But of course, this is needed for the design. And we're just cleaning up some of the other stuff because it's not necessary. So 4, 4, 2, 2. I actually need to do this. That's kind of wild. So we get the 3rd generator in here. You're starting over again. Is it DLC Planet? This is DLC Planet. We're playing on Spaced Out. We're doing the 50 for 50 challenge, Night Shaders. We have 50 dupes from cycle 1, and we have to survive 50 cycles. Right now we're in cycle 35, and we're making a spawn so we have more oxygen. But yes, this is our new run right now that we're going through. And of course, we're just trying to create a vacuum right now in this area. May want to think about digging up more algae. Oh, I am out of algae right now. Holy crap. Alright, boys, we need some algae. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. We need some algae, boys. So this is not that hot. We might as well just go through the side. I want to go through the liquid lock, though. Since we have one here, we should mine out this way. And then from here, there's some algae here. We could grab algae back here. We're taking too long to build the spawn, boys. Okay, so here... there is liquid there always. There's no gases inside. Okay. I'm going to open this, and then I'm going to close it, because I'm hoping for the best result. Alright, so we get 1 gas in there. We got to relock it. And then the best thing to do is probably just... I want to capture the chlorine that we had floating around and move that. No germs. No germs. The slime lung is gone because we deodorized everything. No germs. A little bit up top, I guess. But we shouldn't have that many. Ooh, if that gets oxygen in there, we do really well. Hey, infinite pressure. Let's go. All right, so now I will seal this up temporarily so that the dupes don't go inside to breathe the oxygen. And at the same time, we also have brine. There's no ice here that will melt. That's just sandstone, so we're fine. Seal that up so the design works well. Good stuff, good stuff. And then there's lack of power, which is fine. Gotta mine this out for another electrolyte, hydrogen vent. Hydrogen generator, I'm sorry. So let's look through this. Probably go up top. There's algae there. I think we have to go down. Go down this way, go through here. Here, we leave those 2. I could mine this. I want to go straight up. So I'll mine as much as we can, and then we'll have to build some ladders. And then from here, there's a little bit of algae here. A little bit of algae there. This is algae. That's algae as well. Then from here, I think I go up this way. We go up to this area, which I probably want to go like this. Go up top, and then climb through this way. Get that algae. There's some right there. Alright, that's going to be how we get started with a little bit of algae. Why hydrogen generator? I saw natural gas down there. This is self-powered. Yes, the spawn. That's actually the name of the design. Yes, we have natural gas, but, you know, this is going to be a self-powered oxygen design. Should be fine. I guess I don't want to put it there, though, because it ruins the tile set. The game is really confusing but fun. Yo, yeah, that sounds like Oni, alright. That sounds like Oni, alright. The game is really confusing, but pretty fun. I forgot to put a good spot for the freaking watt plate. Ah, that's such a pain. I don't want the liquids to spill. That's gonna be such a bad time. Because I do need this. Theoretically. Alright. Hopefully they could do the swap change in one fell swoop so none of the liquids fall through. Oh, that opens up. We gotta build this first. Yeah. That opens up the oxygen to leak in. Oh, this got... Oh, a little bit of oil spilled. Alright, we could spill the oil back. We could actually live without putting the oil back. It's probably fine. Alright, so that means heavy watt. And then it's up to the top, because that's where the pumps have their oxygen. This goes to the bottom. And then there's only gas at the bottom. Not too bad. Dude, we're pumping the liquid so fast. We're getting small packet size. Alright, so let me just allow this to infinite spill. We have a lot of water anyways. Should be fine. Gonna prime the top of O2. Yep, that's gonna be the next step we have to do. That's gonna be a little bit tricky. Let's go, ladder bed. That's 48 dupes with beds. We're almost done. Do a jank setup right here. For the last two. Is that even a bedroom, man? Is that a barracks? 12 tiles. Okay, we'll have to expand that slightly. Hey, man. We're doing this because we have 50 dupes, and we don't have space for the people to sleep. I'm sorry, man. I probably do, because I spawned in 50 random dupes. You should assume I have every bad trait in the book. I hope I don't have anyone that's flatulent. Please, no one rip a fart inside, man. That's gonna suck. Alright, we're out of algae officially, boys. Officially out of algae. Alright, so we got this here. Some algae. That's some algae right there. There's some algae at the bottom, too. How many schedules do you have? Separated into 4. 4 schedules. I'm thinking of just plugging in an electrolyzer right here. That's honestly what I'm thinking. Just plug in an electrolyzer. So we just get some more oxygen. I should have did that instead of the algae diffuser up top, man. Real talk. They are struggling on this. Okay, so... No one farted. Good stuff. We need a smart battery made out of gold. Oh, this gives you overheat temperature. That's all that matters. And then we need the hydrogen generators made out of gold. 1, 2. We have to mine this out for the third one. And then we have to do the pumps. Okay, so the bottom needs 1 pump. And this is the only space for the pump. And then we need pumps up top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need power for that. Okay. That connects. Everything connects. Okay, those are going to be all the pumps we need. And then next thing we need is pipelines. So insulated pipelines. Alright, so we're pumping that. This goes into here, and then the clean water comes out. Just like that. Should be fine. Is the brine on top too? No. It, for whatever reason, just got deleted. We have a little bit here and here, though. That might be a problem later. Okay, we're going to use a mesh tile strat here. That's where I was asking about. Oh, right here. Brine and water. That's a different setup. Because we are getting to unbreathability, I feel like. Maybe a little bit soon. There's 1 tile of algae there. 1 tile of algae there we could mine. Maybe right there. A little bit right here. Then it's right there, right there, right there. I did not see my algae plummet that fast, man. That was impressive. Not gonna lie, man. This is gonna be a weird design. 100% weird design. I need a liquid shut off here. How does this work? Does it go the other way? Oh, it does. It's this way. It's this way. That goes there. And then I run the thermal sensor above that. We do the simple automation here. And then this is, for the majority of it, should be radiant pipe. But I'm going to use these two as insulated, this as radiant, and then all we need is directional flow, which I'll put in the top corner, which makes us do this. And then we have the water come out. And this is brine, so we need the brine to be desalinated. Okay, so we need a desalinator. Okay, so that's gonna be the next thing. So let's get that. We could mine this out now, so let's mine this out first. I'll be looking at the jungle biomes too. They have some algae. They do. It's warmer though. I don't like the drip container airlocks. They are fine if dupes don't drop anything that off gases on the drips. Oh yeah, it's true. Nah, you're 100% right. But this is the easiest way for me to deal with heat transfer in the early game. That way, I don't have to deal with the heat that's leaking out, and it becomes a non-issue. And then we got this. We could mop this up now, get some water. After we're done with that, we could do the ladder all the way down. This is 300 kilograms. We'll probably have to delete that. This needs to be 95-35. Power here should be fine the moment we have it ready. Vacuum, vacuum. Need to make sure that stays. Alright, so let's make a quick desalinator setup really quick. So 2-tile gap. Theoretically, this is a little bit more on the optimal side. Let's line it up though so that they just have overall same space. Refinement desalinator. Okay, so this is gonna be like this probably. And then we're going to reroute the water from here backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it like that. And then we could route this water into here. Comes out into the bottom. I probably want to have a couple reservoirs then as a result, right? So these reservoirs we'll probably have to remove. But we're going to use this as a cold loop liquid. And I see what I would do. Alright. We will have the Sweetles feed on a little bit of sulfur. Because why not? And then we'll just build the reservoirs here. I think it's going to work well. Pretty well. Alright, so I will want these tiles like that, though. For this to work. And then I'm going to run the pipe through the bottom. I think it's what I'm going to want to have. Okay, so once the water is ready, we need to have it go outside. Alright, this oxygen diffuser is probably not going to be needed. I mean, we're out of algae anyways. So how is this on this side for the progression? We got a lot. It's not bad. We got to drop down here. Drop down here. Get as much as we can. This spilling out should be fine. Grab this. No more algae here. It's a cool slush, right? How are you warming the water? I am adding in the polluted water from either my bathrooms or from the slime biome to create hot oxygen first. After that, we run the cold brine on top of the hot oxygen. And then that kind of cools itself. And then we feed that back into the electrolyzer. So it's like we just have to kickstart it, theoretically. At least that's kind of the idea. Alright, so here we need some more oxygen from the algae. I kind of just have to thug life it and just go straight through. We're going to spill a lot of water, though, as a result. That probably means I should crack this. So it spills into here. And then after we mine that, we could mine this afterwards. And then we have free algae here. I will need to have this ladder well here, though. in order to reach a lot of the other algae. So I think the best thing to do is actually take this like that. So I don't have to worry about power for that. And then I want to have a couple airflows here. Because I want to have a holding tank right here. So this pipeline, because it's going to be warm, feeds into here. And then this feeds in like that. And then this feeds into the backhand side. Yeah. Okay, so this is here. So we want this to go like this. Which means this is gone. Now, what we want to do from here is this comes in. Intake. And then the system here is like that. And then we bridge it on. So this fills if there's no water coming in from this setup. That's going to be the design. That should work. And then we just need some bottle emptiers here. Start moving the pea water to that area. Could be pretty sweet. We have infinite spill storage already set up. And then we just got to have that as a buffer setup. This comes down into here. And then, yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. The gens are there. All we need to do is jumpstart the power. It's going to be the last thing we got to do. So jumpstarting the power is going to be Mimi. Because I do have coal gens for that. Let's get the smart battery on the coal gen. So let's see. So I do also need to pump out the oxygen. So we'll go in from the back. Oh, how do I even pipe everything out? Oh, man. And which tile do you plan to release the gases from the prime? Probably this one. It's either this one or this one. Those are literally the only two tiles I have access to. But I need to build the pipelines out first. That's the problem. Oh, this is jank. I guess I could mine this out to keep the pattern. But I could also just go like this. And then we have 3 lines coming out of gases. Have the first release there. So we're going to move 3 pipelines coming in. Can we get algae? Never lucky. We don't even need these guys. I'll take the hatch eggs, though. And how's it over here? How is the algae trim coming along? We're over to here. Oh, we got some sweet, sweet algae now. Move that up. We could make the jump. Here is all mineable. Sweet. Here, here, here. And then I think we just have to tough out the slime in a lot of these areas and just grab the algae. Right, there's some more up top. I might just go straight through it. The slime lung honestly is a non-factor now. I might, yeah, I think I have to. Just to guarantee that I'm not going to have problems with the algae. We're back up to 16 kilograms. That'll last us a couple days. 10 more cycles to go. I think we're going to get it. I think we're going to get it with algae and not actually building a spawn. That's the funny part. But I'm going to have a spawn ready. It is what it is, man. Alright, construction priority. This is a 7. And then the rest of this is going to be a regular P5. 60 kilograms will last cycles? No, 1 cycle. 16 kilograms will last me exactly, I think, 2 cycles. Because I go through 6,600 grams of algae per cycle. No. I go through 6.6 kilograms of algae per cycle. No, wait, 342 kilograms? I might be talking about tons. Is this in grams or kilograms? This is in grams, right? Yeah, grams per second. So 550 times... Oh, that's right. I have some magic energy fluid that I need to be sipping on. Coffee. 6.6 tons. There we go. It wasn't 6.6 kilograms. My bad. It was 6.6 tons. 6.6 tons a cycle. No, one of these uses... Oh, no. 330 per cycle. Yeah, that's actually about right. Yeah, so it's 6.6 tons. I moved the zero. I moved the decimal the wrong direction. My bad, my bad. I moved the decimal the wrong way. Don't you guys hate that when you guys are doing calculations and you move the decimal the wrong direction? That's literally the worst feeling, man. Alright, so there is going to be this vent that we're going to have a weird gas line. And I think I could do it from here. Oh no, it's not breathable. Alright, so let's do that. Like this. And then we pump the gas from the top. And we just use these pipelines intermittently. Who else is watching that algae like a hawk? You know that 65 number. Oh man. Hey man. We got algae. It's no worries, man. We got algae. There's an algae geyser, dude. Kappa. Does not exist. Oh, how come this is not... Oh, it's not powered. Autosave lag. Alright, so we go like this. Alright, so we're pumping now. So what I need to do is cut this line. Because I want this with water. But I don't want it active. Oh, I think I can. I think we do this. And we just cut it here. Oh, it doesn't do anything. I thought we could actually have some water fill up. There should be a way to grow algae in the game. Honestly, they should be. We need to have, like, moss starter. Oh, you know what would be a great idea? They need to make a biological entity like they made Experiment 52B. And they need to make like a super semi-sentient giant piece of moss that creates algae. But we have to fulfill the requirements. And then we could have like a weird story trait quest where we have to have the giant moss of algae needs to be watered or something so that it could start producing more algae. And then like the setup it had to generate algae got destroyed. And the story trait is we have to repair and then feed it water. And then they could have some background stories for that. Yeah, it's like you guys ever see the X-Files? They had like an algae monster in one of the episodes. It was literally, man, like literally, I'm not even kidding. It was a it was algae that if it touched you, it like had neural poison and like brain control or something like that. It was weird. I mean, it was X-Files though, so you know, go figure, right? Some crazy stuff. I don't know though. I just feel like if they do have an algae monster, it would look kind of cute. Have you guys ever seen those terrariums? There is a Japanese terrarium where they have something called a green moss head. And it's like a green ball that's also black. And it just sits there. And I was like, man, that's like a great plant to kind of like draw and make it cute. I don't know, it just fits so well, I thought. Alright, so we need to release oxygen to the top, and while we do that, we need to make sure we don't allow dupes to go inside anymore. Oh, I can't do that. I guess I can. 50 dupes by cycle 41? No. We're doing the 50 for 50 challenge. The 50 for 50 challenge is we start off with 50 dupes on cycle 1, and then we survive 50 cycles with the win condition is no one could die. Meaning we have to provide oxygen and food for 50 dupes from the first cycle. It's just a challenge run in that regard. I was thinking about pumping it out and canister emptying. I think I could sacrifice a couple of dupes for the plumbing skill. But for the most part, yeah. I think hydrogen, moving that into here, is probably the better bet. Because I could pump up some oxygen and move it up into there, but it seemingly looks worse and worse and worse every time I look at it. So I'm thinking we should move the H2 instead. Now the closest spot with H2 is probably right here, or even this corner. This is not bad, but we don't have H2 close at all. Alright, let's just grab this algae. Grand scheme of things, we just need the algae. So we need to grab that 100%. We grabbed these two already. There's some algae up top. I think that's when I gotta use a jank strat right now. Alright, so because I'm lacking a little bit of oxygen, we're gonna use the jankest strat known to man. And that strat is... I'm just gonna build a raw electrolyzer. We're just gonna build a raw one, boys. Holy heck. We gotta build a raw electrolyzer, boys. This will release a little bit of hydrogen. And I could do this and trap hydrogen on these 4 tiles. That might be the best bet. Now, of course, we only have 8 cycles to do all this. Because I win the game in 8 cycles. I actually don't need to do anything with a spawn at the end of the day. I actually thought that I did. I actually thought that I did. We have it set up. We just have to have a priming step, a little bit of power afterwards. Right? Priming step, power afterwards. Spawn another 50 dupes at cycle 50. Oh, no, dude. We're going to lose. Come on, man. You could have just fed it water and called it a day. Yeah, I didn't technically need to chill it. I just wanted to future-proof for no reason. Not gonna lie. But it does make this, you know, very, very good design. Like, we have basically everything you would need in a design like this. Give me oxygen! It's way too hot. Holy shit. We're gonna canister empty your hydrogen. We're gonna put a pneumatic door here as well. And then this is gonna need a signal switch. Could just crack into the ice biome. What do you mean? We are in the ice biome. We are in the ice biome. I could have just put the electrolyzer there. That's true. That probably would have been nice. So we're not going to see the spawn work. I'm hoping that we do get it. We're basically just against the clock. Oh, to the right. Yeah, we could do that as well. Oxalite? Algae. The game knows I need oxygen, man. Free algae? I'm not even mad. Man, this is not breathable, dude. Holy heck. Holy heck. This is like... Yep. We're about to die soon. Oh, man. Okay, we really need this just running. Alright, so we got this now. Let's get this. Let's do the design. I might not be able to reach that, so it's going to be this. And then we need the design like this. And then we need the bridge. And then I gotta give someone plumbing skill. So, who's actually a plumber? Susumu, let's go. Hey, we got an achievement for that. Alright, so we need to lock that so dupes can't go inside here. Alright, we have a jump start ready. We have coal. This is good. This is going to be for hydrogen. Alright, so I want to make sure the jump start is immaculate, so I have to pre-fill this with hydrogen. I will also cut this pipe because I don't want to pump gas yet. And I also want to make sure we have water. So this is going to be our makeshift oxygen line for now. Feels bad, man, but we got to do what we got to do. And then as of right now, oh, I didn't even build this pipeline yet. So we need this. And then theoretically, I needed this. That's stupid. I have to bridge in from the corner. Now the upside is I could build an insulated tile there, so it's no longer an issue. So this needs a little bit of juice. My mealwood's dying. Oh man, that's not good. Alright, is there any other algae that we could grab? Here. Grab that. Make sure we could grab that as well. Grab this. Might as well just grab that. Going up top would be great. Why don't you convert slime to algae? I could. I probably could. Should I do that? I mean, we almost have the spawn ready, though. That's the crazy thing. Alright, so empty pipe contents. We actually just almost have the spawn. Okay, so the last thing we need here is pipeline distribution. And then I think I want something up top, but we're going to not have that for now. Alright, so hydrogen, 1,500 grams. Perfect, that's all we need. We don't need to do this anymore. Alright, so all we need to do now is release hydrogen here. Everything's capped. Everything looks good. Everything's actually ready. So this was our makeshift electrolyzer to get it rolling. And to get the sieve actually in working order. There's sand and all that. Making sure the filters work. And we're almost done. That's there. So that means the liquids could go out and start looping, as they should. I actually didn't set this up yet. So it leaves if it's at, let's go with... let's go with 30 degrees. If it's above 30, we have it leave. Otherwise, we pump out the water from here. Okay. This is still getting fed, which is fine. This needs to be a high priority.